and a whole new look. We'll watch the transformation from start to finish next on Before and After. Hello there, I'm Pat Simpson and welcome to Before and After. On this episode, we're going to see how this marvelous new home was transformed from a single-story, ordinary brick ranch home. Along the way, we'll also meet the architect responsible for the redesign of this house, and we'll see some of the actual construction of the project, and at the very end, we'll take a tour of the brand new home. But first, let's take a look at what this house used to look like. Even though homeowners Jean and Natalie lived in the house with their 3 children for nearly a year, they knew from the beginning that this wasn't the home they really wanted.
We started thinking about remodeling when we looked at this home and realized it wasn't going to be quite big enough for our growing family, and decided right before we even made the purchase that we were going to do a remodel and put an addition on this home. I like the house because of the yard. We have a very nice sized yard. I also was attracted to the house being all brick, and it has a nice floor plan to accommodate what we're going to do to it. It has the center entry with the living room to one side and the dining room to the other side. And with our 2 back bedrooms, we thought that would easily open up into a nice family room in the back of the house, which is something we were looking for.
But in addition to the nice features in the house, there are also many problem areas. The family knows exactly what they need changed in order to create their perfect home.
Well, I think the biggest problem with the house as we bought it is that the kitchen family room arrangement doesn't accommodate our family very well. We have 3 children, and they like to be with us all the time and in the center of the house.
So we were really looking for a home that had an open kitchen, family room, large gathering place. And that's one of the things that I really don't like about this house. The other thing that I don't like is we have the tiniest master bathroom. It's small as a closet. So that's one thing that is something that I look forward to changing.
Not only do they want the inside of their home to change, but they also want to add more character to the outside, while still keeping the house's charm. So they had specific instructions for their architect.
One of the things that I absolutely did not want is a home to look like it has an addition. And I did not want to put a box on top of a box and just have a home that people drive by and say, well, there's an addition.
Natalie and Jean consider their children to be the center of their lives, and they see the months of construction as a way to strengthen their family bonds and create memories to last a lifetime. When we return, we'll meet the architect who designed this remodel, and we'll actually see some of the construction highlights. And then finally, we'll take a tour of Jean and Natalie's brand new home. Stay with us. Hello again, everyone. I'm Pat Simpson, and you are watching Before and After. Now, we're about to meet the architect who created the plans for the remodel that we're following on today's episode. This is the house we're following, a single-story brick ranch house. And this is what the house will look like by the time our show is over. And this is the man responsible for some fantastic plans. This is Bob Flubacker of Robert Flubacker Architects Limited. Now, when Jean and Natalie, the homeowners, came to you, they had specific requests. They needed a 4th bedroom, they needed a larger kitchen, they wanted a family room, right, which they did not have, and then they needed some utility space like a mud room, etc. So, with those challenges in mind, let's talk first about the existing home, which we see right here.
Well, the house was laid out pretty much as a standard ranch. It had 3 bedrooms on the right-hand side, master bedroom in the front with its own small private bath, a hall bath that served 2 kids' bedrooms in the rear.
Okay.
The living room was the center of the house, which had a diagonal traffic pattern through the room, making it very difficult to furnish.
Right.
We had a small kitchen with a small eating area and a small dining room in front of that, and an attached 2-car garage.
Okay, now this is amazing what you've done. You're not going to believe the difference here. Look at this. This is beautiful, Bob. Tell me about it. The original footprint is right here, then down and across. So tell me from the front of the house what you've done.
Well, we added to the front a front porch, which then enters into the foyer, which is about the same position as it was before.
Right.
We flip-flopped the dining room and the living room to take advantage of some different space needs.
Right.
Added this corridor that goes back. Maintained the existing master bedroom as a guest bedroom on the first floor with its bath. Took the 2 kids' bedrooms and that hall bath and converted that into a tall family room.
Right.
Added a kitchen space, a breakfast space, and then the laundry behind that, and maintained the existing 2-car garage.
And you put the stairs here out of the family room, which was great. And as we go to the second floor, which did not exist before, all of this is brand new. We see those stairs here leading up from the family room. So tell me what we see when we top these stairs.
Well, as we come up the stairs, we're into the hallway with the bedrooms. In the front of the house, we have the master bedroom, its bath, its closet, and then another kid's bedroom next to that. In the back of the house are 2 kids' bedrooms and the common kids' bathroom. At the end of the hall, we have a door that goes out to a significant amount of attic space that could be used as a 5th bedroom in the future or a playroom.
So they've got great bonus space over here. I'm liking this. Now look at this. You're not going to believe this as well. This is the before of the front of the house. Very typical ranch, straight lines all the way across. And look at the after. Tell me about it.
Well, again, the front porch added a lot of character to the front of the house. We put a lot of gable roofs that give a lot more street presence to it, and obviously second floor adds a lot of height. By changing the roof pitches to a more traditional steep pitch is where we pick up all of the bonus room in the attic above the garage.
Looks like a whole different house, which was the point anyway, right?
Yes.
All right, now let's go to the back. Same comparison. Look at this. Straight lines once again along the rear, but look at the after of the rear.
Again, using the steep gable roof pitches in the back and the second floor addition, we add a lot of presence to the back of the house. This is that family room space that has high ceilings and tall transom windows facing south, so it's a very bright room.
Right.
This is the breakfast nook below one of the kids' bedrooms, and again, all glass, giving a lot of light to the kitchen area.
Fantastic. Square footage, we doubled it, right?
We started a little over 1,700 square feet, and we finished about 3,500 square feet.
Unbelievable. This is great. You've done a wonderful job on this. In fact, Bob is going to join us for a complete tour of this newly remodeled home a little bit later on. But first, let's take a quick trip out to the construction site and see what's going on out there. Our first visit to the construction site is on day 51. Most of the old roof has been ripped off and lay in a heap on the ground. In its place is emerging a new second floor. Today, the subfloor is being nailed on top of the new floor joist. The blueprints are on site and being used for reference to make sure everything is perfect. And they are certainly needed today because the exterior walls are being framed. They will soon form the shell for this upper story addition. The homeowners, Jean and Natalie, were thrilled to see the months of planning finally become a reality.
It was really hard to believe that, for so many months we looked at the blueprints, and now finally, reality had set in that this was actually going to look like a pretty neat house.
Inside, the demolition work done to the old living room is a stark contrast to the newly framed and relatively clean addition, which will house a big new kitchen. Demolition has also begun on the children's bedrooms and bathroom. This area will become the much-needed family room. Well, it's almost a month later, and we can see that the crew has been hard at work. The beautiful new lines on the front of the house are apparent in the projecting gables, which will certainly add character to this home. Despite all the framing going on at both the front and the back of the house, we can still clearly see the original solid brick ranch house underneath.
We really wanted to maintain the original brick as part of the house, and we thought that was something that we would keep.
We were concerned that the new brick, how it was going to patch in and how it was going to look and how it was going to match. So we were thrilled when it matched perfectly.
Remember those two children's bedrooms that were partly demolished on our last visit? Well, they've been turned into this wonderful new vaulted family room.
We were just so excited in seeing the family room come together. This was going to be really the center and the heart of the house, and we didn't have a family room before, and here it was being framed and looking great.
The brand new upstairs has been framed. This second floor will house 3 bedrooms in addition to the master suite. It's apparent that this remodel is well on its way. Well, it's 6 weeks later, and despite the heavy snow, work is still progressing on this house. The last of the windows are being installed today, so the interior will now be protected from Chicago's wind and snow. Inside, the new fireplace will not only add a coziness to this family room, it will also keep out next winter's chill. And although the house is still a mess, the interior framing is complete. Another month has gone by, and the crew is concentrating on the interior work. The stairway to the brand new second floor is being installed today. Each beautiful oak tread is cut on site to ensure a perfect match when it's installed. In the kitchen, the new cherry cabinets are being installed.
I had selected the cabinets so long ago and I kind of forgot what they looked like, so when they came and they were on the wall in our new kitchen, it just looked great. I was so excited to see the new cabinets and I love them.
Back in the family room, the stairway is progressing nicely. These posts will give the stairs a classic look while providing the support and security which the young children in this family need. 4 weeks later, the kitchen is nearly finished. The granite island, cabinets, and appliances are all installed. All that remains is to put up the trim. These cabinets will actually get 2 layers of molding to give the finished look the homeowners desired.
Oh, I was so excited to see my island and I was so excited to see everything in place. I had waited so long. I was coming every single day to see the new changes, and it was just so exciting to see each day there was something new that had been put in place.
Well, after many months of remodeling, Jean and Natalie have a beautiful new home. When we return, we'll finally get the grand tour. Welcome back to Before and After. I'm Pat Simpson. Now I'm standing inside the finished home that we're following on today's episode, and we're going to take a complete tour of this house a little bit later on. But first, let's take a look at what the house used to look like. It started out as a small brick ranch house. The homeowners lived in it for nearly a year, knowing all along that they would someday transform it into something else. Well, that someday is finally here. This is what their quaint little home has been turned into. Not only did the style change, but they got an additional 1,800 square feet of living space, which includes a whole new second floor. Now, if you'll remember, this is Bob Flubacker, the architect responsible for redesigning and drawing up the plans on this home. Bob's going to take us on a tour of the outside of the house. Now, let's start with the front of the house. Tell me about the whole new home on the front.
Well, because of the changes we made, adding a second floor and changing the roof pitches to a more traditional steep roof pitch, we basically got a new facade on the house.
Okay.
We added a bay window into the living room, created a entry portico above the front door with a nice arch roof, and then continued with a front porch across the front of the dining room. Mm-hmm. As part of the addition of the second floor, we needed to extend the first floor chimney, and we found a brick that matched the existing and ended up with a nice chimney structure in the front.
It's absolutely beautiful. Now let's do the same comparison on the back, Bob. This is the way the house used to look, but look at it now. Tremendous change. Tell me about the back.
Well, again, we took the 2 kids' bedrooms and made a large family room in the rear of the house. You can see we added some tall windows and some transom windows to take advantage of the bright south light coming into the room. Mm-hmm. We added the wood deck to the rear of the house, and you can also see the breakfast area where we added the windows, giving a lot of, again, southern bright light into the kitchen area.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, you should really be proud of this. I know the homeowners are very happy with this house, but you should be proud of it too. You've done a great job on it.
Thank you.
Now we're going to go inside next and take a complete tour of the finished house. But first, let's take one more quick look at how the exterior of this house has changed. And joining us now are the very happy, very proud, very lucky homeowners, Natalie and Jean. They're going to help us take a tour through the inside of the house, okay? Now what I want to do is start in the front of the house right here. Natalie, this is your brand new foyer here. but that's not what was here before. That was part of your kitchen, right?
Right, that used to be our old kitchen. It was a small, narrow galley kitchen, closed off from the rest of the house, and we knew we wanted to expand our kitchen.
Okay, so you took part of that to make your foyer.
Right, and now we have this great foyer with some light in here, a lot of room, and it's very spacious for welcoming people into the house.
It is gorgeous. Okay, now let's move over to here. This is the living room area, but what was here before was your dining room, is that right?
Right, it was a small dining room, and it was fine, but it just wasn't the size of dining room we were looking for. So we created a great living room out of this.
Okay.
Beautiful bay windows we added for a lot of light into this room.
And we really love the tray ceiling. We thought that was just a great addition.
It gives it a lot of height in there, doesn't it?
Right.
All right, now let's move over here to this side of the house, into the new dining room, but there was the old living room, right?
Right, that living room just wasn't working for us. There was a bad traffic pattern. It went right through the room, and it just wasn't the type of living room we were looking for.
Okay.
And we thought it would work out great to just make that into a dining room.
Tell me about your new dining room.
Oh, it's just great. I love it.
Yeah.
Just a tremendous size. We can fit our dining room table in there that was given to us by my grandmother.
We love having the fireplace in there too. We think it's going to be great for holiday meals and things like that.
Perfect spot for entertaining in there. Lots of room. All right, now back here is a huge family room, which we'll see in just a second, but tell me what was there before.
Before, there were two bedrooms, two small bedrooms for the kids.
All right, and now look at it.
It's I think the best room in the house.
Yeah.
I love it. It's our new family room. We didn't have a family room before, and it's just the windows open up the room, the brightness. It's just the fireplace at the center. It's just a great place to be.
It really is. That's a great room. Now, right here is my favorite room in any house. Of course, I say that all the time, is the kitchen. What was there before?
That was an old concrete, cracked, sunken patio outside of the house.
That was outside of the house?
Outside, right.
This is all brand new space. Tell me about your new kitchen.
Wow, this is my favorite room.
All
I
right.
love this room. We have an eat-in area, bright, sunny breakfast room. We have just the center of the kitchen with the island and the granite top. I really am happy with this, and I love my cherry cabinets. Just turned out beautiful.
Very nice.
We had added a desk in the kitchen, which turned out to be a nice place for me to work from, and the kitchen is so warm to me, and I love the backsplash tile. Turned out great.
That's all hand painted, isn't it?
They're hand-painted tiles. I just love them.
Okay.
The kitchen is really my place,
And
it's
you'd
my
mentioned
place.
that it's nice that it opens up into the family room also.
Right, and I feel like I'm a part of the family. I'm not closed off in a small room, and I get to be with the rest of our guests that are over or the rest of our family.
Well, I've already picked out my spot for eating in here. I know where that's going to be. Okay, now let's go upstairs. Everything upstairs is brand new. It did not exist before.
Right.
And I noticed when we come up the stairs to go up to that new area, you're open, wide open to the family room.
Yeah, the stairway, we really didn't like a closed-in dark stairway, so we felt that by opening up the stairway and looking down in the family room, it just lets anyone upstairs feel like they're more part of the house.
Yeah, I love that. That's great.
I love the beautiful contrast too with the wood versus the white, and that just makes it really nice open look.
That is nice. Now, coming up the stairs down through the hallway, you guys gained 3 more bedrooms, which is what you needed, so that was great. But the big bonus upstairs was your master suite. Tell me all of that starting in the bedroom.
Oh, this is something we really wanted in our addition. We wanted a nice large room. It just has a lot of light again, and we have a little small sitting area for reading. Beautiful tray ceiling. It just turned out just beautiful. We're really happy with the master bedroom.
Okay.
And that goes right into our master bath with the whirlpool tub, which is wonderful, and the giant shower with the glass walls. We were happy with that. And then we have the double sinks, the double vanity, and we each have our own space.
Yeah, for years we were stumbling and bumping into each other, getting ready in the morning, and now it's nice to have our own space.
So with 5 of you, 3 kids, and the 2 of you running through the house, you've got plenty of room now, don't you?
Now we do.
Well, thanks a lot for letting us be a part of it. You've got a beautiful home, and it's one to be very, very proud of.
Thank you.
We'd also like to say thank you to Bob Flubacker of Robert Flubacker Architects, the architect of record on this particular project. Also to Mark Zurich of Delta Renovations, the builder of this beautiful new home. Now don't go away, stay with us, because when we come back, we're going to open up the before and after photo album. You stay there. Welcome back to Before and After. We're nearing the end of our show, but before we close, let's take a quick look at another beautiful whole house remodel. The homeowners of this 1920s Massachusetts lake home decided it was time for a whole new look. After 8 months of construction, the house now has an additional 1,000 square feet of living space and a full second story. Their old home had a 3-season porch but little deck space. Their new home now has a gorgeous 40-foot deck which surrounds the entire lakeside of the home. This new amenity allows room for relaxing, entertaining, and an outstanding view of the lake. Their old 3-season porch was incorporated into the main living area and is now a lovely sitting room with hardwood floors. Their 1960s kitchen with dark cupboards and narrow cooking space didn't work well for this entertainment-oriented family. Now, their kitchen is more spacious and beautifully designed, which allows easy access to the dining area and porch. Once again, here's the original 1920s home. And here's the dream house it became. Thanks for joining us for another exciting episode of Before and After. I'm Pat Simpson, and I will see you next time.